Hi, Slug. How's it going? Welcome in. How are you doing? I'm good, thank you. Hope you're well. So, I just uploaded a new short. Yeah, I did some squats earlier at the gym, so yeah, check that out when you get a chance. So, what have you been up to today? Hit that like button. Alright. How we doing? Got two people here. Someone else watching. Hello. Who we got? So yeah, so just chilling now and yeah. See what we got in here. Yeah. Who else is in here? Got some lurker or something. Okay. Okay. Let's see how this goes then. What you mean? I don't know. I didn't know you knew my mum. What do you mean? Who are you? I don't know who you are. I don't know who you are. How do you know my mum? Anyway. She used to go live. Yeah, she doesn't go live anymore. I don't think. And she had a lot of health problems and stuff, really. She's been going through a lot of stuff. Yeah, she did, but yeah, so yeah, I talk to her sometimes. Yeah. Anyway, hope you're all doing well tonight. Let's see how this goes then. Hello, Sai Patel Hyde. How are you doing tonight? Welcome in. Hit that like button, people. Hello, Johan. Alex Terrible. Do I look like Alex? Yeah, dude. Alex Terrible. Yeah, I'm Alex Terrible. I don't know how to do this Russian accent. But yeah, hi Johnson. Hope you well. You kind of look like a nice vocals. Yeah, the gutturals in it, they call it. Hello, Stuart. How you doing? Oh yeah, it's a very good, strong Belfast accent. So I do. Hello, Mr. Jackson. Hello, Arshad. Welcome in. Hello, Johan. What you mean do a hybrid? I'm from the UK. Where are you from? Hello, Marina. How you doing? Thank you for subbing. Thank you very much. Hello, you get. Hello there, I'm Donald Trump. I'm welcome to my live stream, all you beautiful, tremendous people. Hope you had a fantastic day. Greenland is a big, beautiful piece of ice. Oh, really, Brock? Are you my first subscriber? Really? Hello, Vito. How you doing? I don't know who that is. Yeah, can do some high stuff. Hello, Johan. Look, smacks in tips. I mean, I think just basic stuff, really, like just taking care of yourself, get in good shape, really. Make sure you're not like scruffy looking, I guess. Just as a basic stuff, you know. Try not to have acne as much as you can, really. Hello, Daniel. Hello. What's that? 3N Hazel. Aditya. Hello. How you doing, Stinson? How's it going? Yeah, I do card tricks. Yeah, do you want to see one? You want to see a card trick? So I do. Yeah. So Alex terrible vocals, you know. Slaughter to prevail. Yeah. Who's Marek Zuckerberg? I don't know who that is. Hybrid vocal screams blend the high-pitched and airy texture of a fry scream with the deep guttural fullness of a false chord scream. And about that's kind of like a low fry, I guess you could call it. Yeah, yeah. Favorite singer, probably Mike Patton, absolute genius. Arjun, how you doing? Yeah, how you doing? It takes a lot of talent to that voice. How are you doing vocals in a metal band? Kind of. It wasn't really something that lasted though, but yeah, death metal, yeah. What's your favorite band? Yeah. That's pig squeals. Can do that as well. Yeah, it's not a loft conversion, it's a new build. In fact, I think there's actually a loft above this. You see it kind of like, yeah, it's kind of like it's this new build. Hello, Zookeeper. If you're new here, please subscribe. Hello, Osman. Hello, Joe. Hello, everybody. Welcome to my live stream. I can also do different voices like this. Haha. There you go. Hello, Brat. Hello, Kiara. Hello, Rafa. What's up? Oh, here we go. So you want to see a card trick, do you? I'm a magician and I like to do card tricks. Welcome in here, everybody. Welcome to my live stream, and I've decided to do some metal vocals. Yeah. Hi, everybody. Oh, what's this? Van Morrison, Gary Lightbody, Snow Patrol, and Brian Kennedy. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I only know a few Snow Patrol songs, really. Yeah, they seem to have kind of like faded out now, but I remember the last song I heard from them was a song called Take Back the City, I think it was called. But so you can do stuff like this, or I can just take a chord like this, let's say, and then I just take, just shake it like this. You can see just look at the chord, yeah. Just give it a shake like that, you see it changes into a red chord. Anyway, can you just like, stop with the bullshit right now? Right, hang on a second. Do you think women should be police officers? I don't see why not. As long as they're competent with their job, I mean, I think it doesn't matter as long as they're competent. Hello, Panda. Can you just stop with this bullshit right now? Okay, here we go again. That's one of Belfast classic songs. Oh yeah. I know there was a band from Northern Ireland, but I think they're from Derry. They're called The Undertones. We got that song. Genius King is so hard to be. Yeah, that one. Yeah. Hello, Gio. How you doing? All right, Vic. Good to see you. Hello, El Panito. How's it going? Sorry, what did you ask? Something or? Yeah. Welcome in, everybody. Hi, everything artsy. How you doing tonight? If anyone's new here, make sure you subscribe. That would be really appreciated. Got a haircut. Oh, cool. Yeah. Okay. Hello, Barrett, Kasha. Hello, Luke, Troyer. Okay. I need to get rid of all the troll comments. Hi Batu, how you doing? Hello MIBT, how's it going? If you're new here, please subscribe to the channel. Please stop spamming. I might have to put some kind of thing in the chat where it'll say no spam, but then would people even pay attention? It might even encourage it even more. I don't know. How you doing, Batu? Yeah, welcome in everybody. Hope you're well tonight. If you're new here, please subscribe to the channel. Hello Millie, how you doing tonight? Hope all is well. Thank you for joining me. Oh, you're a tolerant Canadian, eh? How are you today, eh? Yeah, how's your day, eh? Oh yeah, I'll show you my jaw harp after, eh? Hello there, Elliot, eh? How are you doing today, eh? Hello, Jam. How's it going? Oh, thank you. It's so great that you all enjoyed it so much, eh? Oh, thank you, eh? Yeah, what you're saying. Yeah, the harp. Yeah, like the Jill harp. All right, beatboxer. Hi, Stewie. Welcome back. Good to see you again. Okay, Elliot. Take care then, I guess. I don't beatbox. I just come up with it. Okay, really. Why do you call yourself beatbox then if you don't beatbox? Can anyone do that? Put the lotion on the skin or put the shrimp on the bob. Put the shrimp on. Hang on, what am I saying? Put the shrimp on the bobby. Yeah. I thought that was a cool name. Oh yeah, cool. But I don't know. It just makes me think that you're a beatboxer. But apparently not. Hello, Rajinder. Professionally, I do your mama. Sometimes I get this like metallic taste in my mouth. Hello, the May Ergol. Hello, Des Perron. How you doing? Hi, Low Day Gamer. Hello, Sharon Albin. How you doing? Okay. Hi, Wasir. Hi, my name's Jamie. What's your name? I guess it's Wasir, right? Hello, British Bulldog. How you doing? I'm sure I've heard of a channel called British Bulldog. Maybe it's a different one. I'm sure I've heard of a channel called British Bulldog before, but anyway, hit that like button, everybody. Share the live out if you can. Why would you choose that instrument? I just saw it on YouTube actually, and I thought, oh, that looks kind of cool. It's quite cheap, and it's quite, small, and just it kind of looks fun. Someone was playing techno music with one, so I thought, oh yeah, let's give it a try. Anyway, so yeah, we all right. Hey, Binder. Hello, Ben Berry. How's it going? British Bulldogs was a wrestler, right? Hello, Danny. How you doing? I don't watch wrestling, but more cowbell. Oh yeah, cowbell's good. Yeah, yeah, cowbell. Anyway, yeah, we all right, everybody? Stinson says, how many pints you had? Nah, not had any. I've just been out to the gym actually. I just put out a short on my channel, so check it out when you get a chance. So yeah, I've got a new short out, so let's see what I've got a comment on it actually. Oh, Yogi put a comment, yeah. So I'm doing like a high rep kind of squat thing. So check that out when you get a chance. I tried uploading it a couple of times and it wouldn't let me because of copyright or some shit. But yeah, because I had some music on from the TikTok video. Hello Astrid, how you doing? Hope you're well. Welcome to my live. Yeah. Hope you've had a good day. Nice to see you all here tonight. So again, if you're new here, please subscribe to the channel. That would be really appreciated. What's my country's name? It is the UK. The United Kingdom. Yeah. Hello SC, how you doing tonight? Hope you're well. Yeah. Astrid says, good, that's good to hear. Keeping dry, says Barndo. It's been wet. The weather's been horrible today. It's been windy, rainy, and just been horrible. Yeah, my hood kept coming down because it was windy. I don't know, it might not be a good hood or something. Usually my hood stays up, but this new jacket that I've got, for some reason the hood just kept, the wind just kept on like blowing it off. So I just thought, fuck it, I'm just gonna keep it off. But it's not very nice, is it? Yeah. So anyway, it is what it is. It's just kind of one of those things. I just gotta deal with it. But that's just life, Life isn't always going to be sunshine and rainbows and all that, Oh, Vancouver, BC, eh? How are you today, eh? From Canada, eh? Hi, what's it? British Bulldog says the British Bulldogs were a team of two wrestlers. I think brothers, if I'm correct. Okay, yeah, someone did mention about wrestlers something. Anyway, moving on. So yeah, are we okay? We've not got any religious people in the chat yet, so I don't know. Sometimes the chat seems to lately have gone into religion and stuff. So yeah, I don't know. But yeah, maybe someone got fed up of it or something because it's like, hello Sky, hope you well. Welcome in. Hello Siam, welcome in. Let's do a Q&A sticker. Let's have a go at that. Yeah, let's just do this one, I guess. I don't know. Do you like the feeling of sand? That's a bit of a random one, but let's just have it. Reminds me of that song, hang on a sec. How do I move it? Can I not move it? What the fuck? Why won't it let me move the over? It's just kind of getting in, there we go. Right, so let's move. If you found the sand dunes in salty air, quaint little villages here and there. Hello, Richard, how you doing? If you found the sand dunes in salty air, quaint little villages here and there. I saw an interesting point on religion today. If Satan is real, why would he punish me for disobeying the same God he rebelled against? Good question. I don't know. But isn't it supposed to be God that punishes you? I don't know. Like, hello, Eliona, how you doing? But they were saying God gave, the Satan dominion over the earth and all that, but then does that not make him just as bad as Satan by that? It's kind of, hello, Damon, why hasn't he already kind of, perished Satan or something? Like, it sounds like just an excuse to have evil in the world or something. I don't know. If Satan is real, why is he an anagram of Santa? Yeah, Santa. Hello, Sophie Searle. How you doing? You okay? A little what, sorry? Welcome in, everybody. So, yeah, so the question is, like the feeling of sand. Yeah. Welcome in. Hello, Zelda. How you doing? God does not punish people like so many believe. So what happens if you do bad then? I know there's some hello killing books. I remember there was a sector of Christianity called the Grace Community, whatever it's called. Hello Velvet, hello Foot, where they don't believe in like sin and stuff like that. And I don't know, from what I understand anyway. Hello Dexmans. What are your thoughts on transgender people pushing their movement on our children? I don't really agree with that. I think that children are quite impressionable, and that's something that now, if you're a grown adult, then it's like, okay, then you have that, maturity, you could argue. But yeah, just children, I think shouldn't be, kind of exposed to them, in my opinion. Hello, Tai Kutsu, how you doing? Got 24 people in here now. Cool. Hello, Gaming Legends. Well, it's disgusting, in my opinion. Yeah, are you on about the whole thing with trans stuff being pushed on children? It's like this whole thing with puberty blockers and stuff like that, and it's like, we still don't know the long-term risks of that. So, hello, insert name here, Brian. Hi, Brian, good to see you again. If we accept Jesus and ask for forgiveness, he will save us. So what you're saying is if you don't accept Jesus, then you don't get forgiveness. So what happens then? What if you don't accept Jesus? Then what happens? Hello, Usam. One thing is true, that the true word cannot have versions that don't align. What do you mean? Don't give them yeah, I just think the whole puberty blockers, it's like, what I don't get, right, a lot of IDP, is how they can, have, say, like, let's say, they have the age of consent at whatever it is, let's say, different in different countries, but yeah, it's it's way higher than, say, like, the age where they would start doing puberty blockers. So, like, what my point is that why are they two different ages then? Why? Because if we don't know the long-term effects of puberty blockers, then are they not a risk that children should not be taken with their health? Perhaps, Hello, Skippy. Is it weird living in a country where words get you sent to jail? I know, it's fucked, isn't it? People can go to jail just for a tweet. It's getting absurd, isn't it? Really. If you don't accept what it's just accept you will have eternal punishment for sin. So what you're saying is that you have to accept. Hang on. Okay. Hello, Alejandro. So that means that God's so loving that He'll punish you for eternity. Yeah. Hello, Hillbilly Rock. Good to see you again. How are you doing tonight? So an all-loving, God would just punish someone. The thing is, right? They talk about free will, but yet this is the confusing one, where because apparently He knows everything that's going to happen in the future. So then, therefore, He would know that whether people are going to sin or not. So then, shouldn't He then? But then, wouldn't that disprove free will? Because if you say free will exists, then how can it be if it's predetermined? If things are predetermined, then how is there free will? That doesn't make any sense to me. So can anyone explain to me that? Because to me that sounds like a contradiction. Christ is the truth and the life. He loves you and wants you with Him. So can you explain this to me then? About what I just said? Because if apparently everything's predetermined, there is no eternal hell, right? If you choose to not follow God, He punishes you. It's about wanting Him in your life. what if you don't believe in him? You know, what if you just don't believe him? I mean, I don't know. You're right, mate. It doesn't make sense. I know, but it's like they'll always try and do mental gymnastics to try and make sense. But I don't know. You ask all these questions about, why is he letting Satan do all this? It doesn't that make him just as bad then? It's like if you saw somebody trying to unalive somebody, you're gonna try and intervene. Otherwise, aren't you just as bad for letting them do that? So why isn't that the same with God if he's gonna allow people to do evil, or because he's letting people decide to do bad? So then in that case, why should I bother intervening or let people do these things so then they have to face those consequences or something? It's just I don't know. What is a true love without the free will? So you're saying that the true love is to give somebody the will to then go and to impose that will on somebody else. Like, come on. Hello, Luke Holmes. You should try, if you're a Christian, to tell people that don't know him about God and that he loves them. Okay. I think the problem is when people start preaching and they start pushing their religion on others. If anything, that you could argue that would probably put people off more, really. But hello, race engineer. Okay, can you just stop with the spammy comments? Okay, just can we just try and be mature in here? We're just trying to, what I mean? Is the supreme God of Canaanites and YHWH same? I don't know. I have absolutely no idea. Yeah, I don't agree with that. Agree with what? Sorry. You're on about the whole kind of pushing of things in people's faces and stuff. I mean, I would admit that I don't know what created us. I don't know. There are unanswered questions, but it's like I try to keep an open mind. There's a lot of unexplained things in this world. So hello, Stargazer. But I don't want to just assume that it's this version of God that religious people believe in. I mean, for all we know, we could be being formed right now. That's ideas I've thought about a while ago. Like, what if we are being formed? Like, this is a massive, animal form type of thing. Okay, here we go. Suppers. Hello, Mirai. You don't have to use the word created. It poisons the well. What do you mean? What do you mean? How does it poison the well? Are you Celtic? I'm English. Hello, Cheryl. How you doing? Who's Jennifer Grosser? I don't agree with pushing religion, but you should just tell them he loves them and died for them. Okay. Yeah. Okay. As long as I mean, I respect if people want to express their religion and whatever, then I'm all about freedom of speech and all that. And hello, rock and roller. Top of the morning to you. I don't know. There's all these different names, isn't there? But yeah. Well, some people were saying that J was only added into the alphabet a few hundred years ago or something. Yeah, I'm single. Why? I mean, when you say how are we created, it presupposes we were made deliberately rather than we just happened, if that makes sense. Well, yeah, maybe we just happened. I guess that's what I've been thinking, really, that just nature, just I don't know. Yeah, because created. Would you flirt if I? What you mean? Okay, what are you saying? What is going on here? I'm really not looking for anyone, to be honest. I really can't be asked. Because most of the people who have tried talking to me are just wasting my fucking time. Go. Okay, take care, Zelda. See you later. Hello, Uberk. Why? Hi, Marius. How you doing? Sorry to say, but you are too far from being enough educated to give here such information. Well, I'm asking questions. I'm asking questions about what you guys believe in. Okay? Hello, Ivan Heckel. Okay. What do you mean? I don't know. Why is it abbreviated? YHWH? Like, I don't know. Why would God even have a name anyway? It would be beyond that, beyond any kind of label, if we're kind of gonna argue that it's this thing, right? Anyway, not worth it a moment. Stay single. It's a shit show. It's a shame, really, but because I would have wanted to try and meet somebody, but it just feels like, what is the point? What would I even get from it these days? You know, I'm not even guaranteed loyalty, even in a lot of cases. So, hello, Margarita. How you doing? Religion is as the certainty of having potential for both evil and good deeds and finding the balance in everyday actions. Okay. Hello, Bestos. How you doing? Too evil to hope. How's it going? What's that? How much sand? Oh, God. Sand. Yeah. All right. Yeah, we're doing, everybody. Anyway, hope you're all well tonight. If you're new here, please subscribe to the channel. That would be great. So, yeah. Ivan says we can't work into heaven. What do you mean we can't work into heaven? So, good luck with women in this day and age. Yeah, no, it's just kind of, even, people like me, I should probably have you would think I would have no difficulty in getting somebody. But I don't know. It's there's there's some that would show interest and then just kind of, then they would just back off. And it's like, well, fuck you then. If you're going to mess around and just, so yeah, I can't be asked, It's like, I'd rather just focus on myself, No, I don't. What you on about? Fucking hell. Okay, these accounts are just ridiculous. A lot of them. I don't know. I mean, there is good people out there. Don't get me wrong, but it's like, I don't know. It's it's just, I want to believe that there's hope for that and hope for meeting somebody at some point, but I don't know. Times have changed. Hello, John Salisbury. We are living organisms on a rock orbiting a star. You're all talking crazy. Yeah. But then I would think about how, why is it that I experience this, like the whole kind of qualia, like the whole kind of, that they talk about, the subjective experience of, why is it that, why me kind of thing, whose I am and all that kind of thing. And is there more to that than, what the kind of scientific community thinks, where it's just, the whole thing where once this consciousness dies, then that's it then, or something. Big Bang is crazy. IMO. Big Bang. Yeah, Big Bang is, I don't know. I mean, Big Bang, it's sort of like, that's the consensus in the scientific community, but yeah. But it's just like, yeah, I don't know. There is unanswered questions, but then I don't necessarily want to like attach religion to it because it's like, apparently at one time people thought that cancer was, some like kind of ghost possessing them or some shit like that. So, hello, Diash, how you doing tonight? Hope you're well. So something went wrong. What went wrong? Consciousness is God, says Stargazer. I've thought about that, how consciousness itself is like for what might be happening is, it's like a sort of, think of like collective consciousness, and how because they say that we're all connected, right, and on a quantum level or something. Hello, Cotton, PUB. We're all like on a quantum level. Everyone's connected, and you could all go about consciousness being one, and how this sense of separation is an illusion. So yeah, hi Fabi, how you doing? But we don't know exactly what's going on, but yeah, are we all kind of connected in an invisible way, sort of thing? And that's a question that some would say, on a quantum level, we're all connected. Oh, what's that? But yeah, so like, I don't know. There's all sorts of different theories out there, and yeah, sorry, I'm the real G2K. to play devil's advocate, if evolution is real, what are the fossils? Well, what you mean? What fossils? Are you trying to be like ironic here? I mean, there is fossils, right? Little Edgar, how you doing? It's like when people say stuff like, "Oh, if evolution is real, why are there still monkeys?" But what it's like, well, it's like we didn't evolve from monkeys, at least not these ones. There was other apes that we evolved from, and they branched off, and then some died off, and then these monkeys that we have here, they're the ones that just kind of they managed to survive in that terrain or something. Hi, no, I mean that I mean the environment, whatever. Yeah. Anyway, hello, IH Farmer. How you doing? Is the planet flat or round? I mean, it's a globe. It's a sphere. Like anyone that believes it's flat, I mean, yeah, God. No, I'll leave you to look into it. What do you mean? What fossils? What are you talking about? What do you mean? There's fossils everywhere of like life, right? What are you on about? Marius says God made life universal that exists, material and energy. How do you know that somebody created it and it just didn't happen? I don't know. Like some people say, oh, there needs to be a first cause or something. I mean, hello, North ST. How do you know that there has to be a first cause? Why are there still monkeys? Is like asking if Americans came from Europe, why are there still Europeans? Yeah, I know it's a bit of a ridiculous argument. Hello, Pete Ether. Divine light is God. What do you mean by divine light? Can you explain more about that? I'm the real G2K says not a fan of organized religion. So what do you believe? Jamie is being humble and open-minded, asking questions, respect. Yeah, and that's what I try to do. And yeah, just I like to just like we the other day we're talking about all sorts of things, UFOs, pyramids. I try and keep an open mind, but I also try and play the devil's advocate as well, and try to offer a different opinion sometimes. If I have a different idea and be like, so yeah, so how do you think the pyramids were built? And Elliot says yes, what? Sorry. Demi Rot says Jesus is my Lord and Savior. Don't get me wrong, but that is completely created out of fear and hope. What is created out of fear and hope? What are you on about? Hello, Trey for really T. Oh really? Right, Christ-centered natural G. How's it going? So like I try to keep an open mind, but it's just hello, Hans Dream. Nice to meet you. How you doing tonight? Hope you've all had a good day. Mirai Champion says, yeah, respect this channel, bro. You're just creating a discussion. That's what we're here to do, Hello, Duxton. People misunderstand. We are not descended from apes and monkeys. Humans, apes, and monkeys share a common ancestor. Yeah, that's what it is. And that's what a lot of the religious people misunderstand when they say that, well, that disproves evolution because there's still monkeys. But yeah, but that would make more sense that they share a common ancestor and then they branched off and then they died off sort of thing, because apparently they found like bones like remains of in between species, so that would indicate that they have evolved. And yeah, and they somehow just died off. I guess they just weren't hardy enough for that environment, kind of like how most of the red squirrels have died off because they just what I mean, they're not as hardy as the grey squirrels. So, well, I subbed anyhow. Thank you for subbing. Duxton says it's the elusive missing link. Yeah, but they were saying now that they can find like remains of that though or something. Because I was talking about this the other night because I was asking someone if there's like if there's bones of like in between species, and they said yeah. So I looked it up and it said that there is. Apparently there is like they've found bones of like the in between species. Two missing links, right? Hopefully you return the favor. What's that? Sorry. What do you do on your page then? Because I don't just like sub to everybody, but it depends on what you're doing and stuff. We're not from apes. Well, they say that we're from like a type of ape or a primates or something. But anyway, hello Tyler. How you doing? Hope you're well. It's so simple because there is a universe, and it wouldn't be so because it exists. It was made. It can become like from nothing. You say how big, but band explode from a tiny shit, and where from shit was. I don't know, guys. Subscribe. Thank you for subscribing. Yeah. Someone's screaming or babbling or making silly noises. Well, sometimes I make silly noises like ow, and sometimes play this, you know. Stargazer says imagination creates reality. Are you one of these people that believes in the law of attraction? Because, you know, I know I'm a bit skeptical of a lot of that kind of stuff, really. Yeah. How you doing, American Swede? Yeah. Oh, you have one too, do you? Oh, cool. Yeah. I've heard of law of assumption. I mean, I don't know. I've looked into that stuff, but it's just, I just feel like there's a lot of like, you know, spiritual kind of like mumbo jumbo behind it. The way I see it is, it's more down to like subconscious programming, and like that's how I kind of interpret it. It's like, because the thing is, right, how can like say like an African person who's starving get out of that situation? Can they just manifest a way out of that situation? I mean, law of attraction is subconscious rewiring, but it's important to recognize it's all about one thing. What's one thing? So I'm just saying, like, how can an African person starving or whatever, people in poverty, get out of that situation? You know, because laws of physics would say it's impossible, right? How can they just magically just get out of that? You know, I don't understand like how that, you know, how you think that would happen. Like, I mean, that they would just wishfully think that they were just gonna, you know, transcend that reality that they're in into one of more prosperity. Hello, Wildcat's life. I'm doing fine, thank you. How are you doing? Hope you're well. How would they get out of that situation then? Yes, the ancient ones had the knowledge. They feel the rain. So how are they gonna like? How are they gonna get out of there? Like if they're stay like in the middle of some country where it's, you know, like some people might escape and get like on a boat or something, but yeah, I mean it's just, I mean you can change your thoughts, but then there's certain things about your external reality that are fixed. I guess it's like if you're in a shitty situation, there's only so much you can do, right? I don't know. What's poverty? That 49% people will always be below average. I'm talking about people who are legitimately like starving or, you know, in a very bad situation where they're drinking dirty water and stuff like that. You know, well, they say where there's a will, there's a way, but I mean, I don't know. It's just, it's like how much of that is true, and how much of it is just because we're privileged in the West, we have a lot more power to be able to make things happen. But it's like, yeah. But how would they, like, what would happen? I'm just talking about some hypothetical scenario. What would happen that would get a person out of that situation? Something just magically turns up that can, you know, take them out of there, like somebody just happens to come along and just, you know, save them from it. I mean, hello, Lemon. I'm just saying that, like, if you are in a third world country, does this stuff still work? That's what I'm saying. Yeah, we're not in a third world country. I'm just saying that, is this stuff only applicable to first world countries? Hello, Morty James, how you doing? So what are you saying then? Test it and see. I don't know. Maybe I should do a test. I don't know. Be interesting, wouldn't it? Test to see if I can manifest my way out of it. Maybe I could do some video where I just like film myself and be like, but I'd have to try and not use any kind of thing else that to get out of there basically, and I don't know. That would be a fun kind of experiment, I guess. What are you saying? I'm talking about Godzilla, about getting yourself out of, um, yeah, let's say someone getting themselves out of Africa or something who might be struggling, or one of these countries where the life expectancy is like 45 or something, and they're in extreme poverty. And I'll admit, Mitsuru, I'm not just talking about below average. I'm talking about legitimately, like, they're drinking dirty water to survive. They have no access to technology. They have no access to any, of that stuff. Hello, Alexis. There are homeless and poor people who don't have access to basics even in first world countries. That's what I mean. So the question is, how are they going to get out of that situation if they just believe in it? Now, they might have a bit better access to things because they could maybe just go up to somebody and, if they believe in themselves, maybe they could find somebody that can help them get out of that potentially. But if they're persistent enough. But if you're in some other country where the opportunities aren't there, then I manifested Jamie Brown to be live this evening. Oh, really? Oh, welcome. Hello, Ryan. How you doing? What stat are you talking about? 30. Okay, I'm not answering that. Gaming says Stargazer. Exactly what Stargazer said. Imagination creates reality. Yes, it does work. Live in the end. The hell is not your job. Spiritual mind versus logical mind. You are wrestling with the logical mind. Okay. Hello, Eric. How you doing? I hope you're well. Hello, Boxy. Hope you're well tonight. Yeah, welcome in, everybody. Share this out if you can. So I'm just wondering if someone's done an experiment. Yeah, I'll just see if there's a video. Can people in Africa manifest their way out of poverty or something? I don't know. I was just talking about in a hypothetical scenario of how you doing, Violet? Hope you're well. No, it's brown. My hair's more brown, really. Probably just the lighting can kind of make it change colours and stuff. No, no streamer wants to answer my math questions. I thought it said Starmer at first. They asked for startups. What startups are you saying? Can I sing a song? Yeah, I'm doing that one before where it goes, if you're fond of sand dunes and salty air. That one, what's it called? Groove Armada at the river. Yeah, how you doing tonight, everybody? Okay, Okay, can you stop spamming the chat? It's hard to manifest in a state of lack. Yeah, I get that. And then people talk about abundance mindset, and I have tried to shift my mindset a bit, and things seem to have gone in a more positive way since then. Because I used to operate a lot more from lack. So I do think there is something to it, and I'm not knocking it. Hello, Jules Viper, how you doing? I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying that, is there limitations to this kind of manifestation stuff? Is it stuff that only really applies it to like more privileged people who are in first world countries? Okay, Freestone, here we go again. See my comment about that, Jay. What's that? Sorry, what were you saying, Brian? Birth control. What about birth control? What he's talking about? What we're saying? Sing some of the best band that ever come up to England. The Ace of Spades, the Ace of Spades, the Ace of Spades. Yeah, that one. Yeah, that's. Yeah, I don't know about Ice, Diron World. Felix says also math wizard. Thanks. Yeah, Lemmy. Yeah, hi Vic. How you doing? I remember it was on Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. Did anyone ever play that game, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3? Hi, Jacqueline. How you doing? Why should I listen to you? What is your expertise? Well, I'm here to I'm learning as I go, basically, but I have certain things I've learned over the years, and yeah, we're just here to kind of try and learn from each other, really. As I go, I gather more knowledge and more wisdom. So yeah, awesome. Okay, cool. Anyway, so what's that? Did he just laugh at me? Sorry, I'm bad at math, I guess. What are you on about? Yeah. What's that? My expertise are successful gambling. Really? Yeah, I don't recommend doing gambling. That would be, yeah, unless you know what you're doing. If you're doing like, say, I mean, this is not advice, by the way, but I did look into this stuff, and there are ways of like for example, matched betting and arbitrage betting, where you can take advantage of some of the offers that they give you. So some might say it's technically not gambling, really, if you know how to like kind of. Anyway, did you remember to take your Flintstone vitamin? Flintstone? What the hell? Hello, hey, how's things? No, what? Sorry, you're almost a Yankee. How am I almost a Yankee? I mean, I guess do I sound? I don't know. Better off trading gold and silver. Trading gold and silvers for brokies. You gotta trade crypto. It's the best. Not financial advice. I don't know. I've just got to be careful. I don't know this whole lot. Yeah. Welcome to the real world university, where you can get rich if you pay me $50 a month. One day you can drive around in a Bugatti. I'm a man of God. I am a Muslim. So being a Muslim apparently means you can't gamble. But I don't care. I'm a sellout. And I will promote gambling if it makes me money. I don't care. I'll just take the bits of Islam that suit me, throw out the rest, because I don't care. I'm a sellout. And I will just do whatever the hell I want. Hello, Regsy. How you doing? Razgi, is it? How you doing tonight, everybody? Felix says, all right, guys, it's been a pleasure. I'll go to the next stream to solve some math together. Have a good night, everyone. Okay, well, take care then. Is it only just in a computer screen, pretty much? My phone checks out, but I'm back now. Welcome back, Stargazer. How you doing? Hello, Latronic. Top of the morning to you, Latronic. How's it going? What's the crack? Yeah, Stargazer. So yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not like poo-pooing the idea of manifestation. I do think there is something to like abundance mindset and gratitude and stuff like that, and getting in a more positive mindset around things does seem to help. Hello, Jenny. How you doing? Can I tell you a joke? Okay, go ahead. What's the joke then? What are you doing here, man? Preaching about gambling. Yeah. Imagination. Yeah, what's that? You're silly. Yeah, that's the thing, We've got to just try and loosen up, not take things too seriously. I think when I was just like, I would get into a very serious kind of, mood, and sometimes I would, be too serious, but I'd be like kind of a bit sort of, I don't know, I can get kind of, what's the word, like solemn, if you will. I don't know, is that the right word? Solemn? Just very formal and just like, like, I don't know. Hello, Ivana, how's it going? But then I can have a laugh as well, but yeah, I think that's the problem being, what's that, too uptight? What do you mean uptight? Is that like just too serious and, yeah. Anyway, there's tense, nervous, anxious, overly control often display an irritability or an inability to relax, I suppose, yeah. That can be a thing at times, but you have to just learn to kind of go with the flow, and just, you got to let out that side of you, it's just People want to see that because it's just fun and just yeah. Gratitude is a powerful key to shift into a state of thank you, it is done. Yeah, yeah. That's the thing. It's like, once you're positive, then you think, well, anything's possible at that point. Well, not anything, but you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot more, the doors start opening more. But yeah. Hello, Ryan. I try to play devil's advocate, and I'm just asking you about what you think about sort of, what, let's say, like children in Africa starving or something like that. It's just, can they, manifest out of that? But a lot of them probably don't even know about manifestation anyway, I suppose. I don't know. Like, probably a lot of them just have never even come across the idea of, manifestation or whatever. If you can change your thoughts to more percentage of positive thinking than negative, you'll be winning in life. So at least put 60% positive. Have a goal. You need to be aware of the negative. So what you're saying, as long as the positive outweighs the negative, even if there is some negative thoughts that creep in, that doesn't really matter because positive will win if it's the dominant energy. Is that what you're saying? Playing devil's advocate can be a religion too. Yeah, yeah. I guess anything could be a religion if taken too seriously. Yes, everything is possible. Don't limit them. Yeah, I don't want to like have limiting beliefs and stuff. I found that when I, set my, goals or whatever higher, I achieve more. Just to what it is. Like if I have an idea that I'm positive that I'm gonna do something. Yeah, I was trying to see if I could do muscle up before, but I couldn't do it. But it's just one of those things. I think I actually come kind of close to it, but I just couldn't quite. You know, like I was trying the technique, trying to do like the high pull up type of thing, but using the swinging kind of motion. And but yeah, it's going to take some time, really. I think, but taller people are going to have it a lot harder. It's a hard enough movement to begin with, but yeah. Hello, Kaylee. Okay, who's your crush? Thank you for subbing, James. Hello, Hamza. How's it going? I hope you're well. There's this self-improvement YouTuber called Hamza. Do you know that there's this guy called Hamza? Oh, Hamza Ahmed. Welcome to the self-improvement channel. We talk about cold showers, and we talk about going into a sauna. Does anybody know who I'm doing an impression of? Get on self-improvement. No, this is Hamza. Hamza, he was one of the biggest self-improvement YouTubers. Well, he was, but recently he's had a drop in views because people have called him out for being kind of, not really kind of not really practicing what he preaches. Oh yeah, I've heard of Neville Goddard. So yeah, I've watched some of that stuff. I mean, I just really need to try and really just focus on just making sure I'm not having all these negative thoughts creep in, and if they do creep in, just to not let them persist. Just it's about coming. That's why meditation's good. Reminds you that Hamza Ahmed, self-improvement. He has that kind of cadence to his voice, doesn't he? Yeah. Anyway, how you doing, everybody? I hope you're all well tonight. If you're new here, please subscribe. That would be really appreciated. Yeah. Apparently, like Hamza and Sneeko had a beef at some point, but yeah. Hello, Samos or Kim. Top of the morning, yeah, from Ireland, are you? Welcome to the live stream. But yeah, I think if you can be like authentically you, that's gonna help. When you sort of like don't loosen up and you're just kind of not showing your true self, then you're just some kind of robot, and it's not gonna really work for you, I don't think. Hello, Silasu, good to see you again. I was doing Hamza. Go look him up. Hamza Ahmed. He's a self-improvement YouTuber. Oh, Alan Watts. I've heard of Alan Watts. Yeah, doesn't he talk about some of the? Yeah, he's got some like like philosophical kind of stuff, wasn't it? Something. I've not looked too much into it, but yeah. Hello, Ivana. I'm from the UK. Where are you from? Hello, Footlong Sub-Zero. How you doing? I don't know. I don't know who they are. Hello, Gunners Dead. To answer the question, no, I highly dislike the feeling of sand. I, however, really love the snow and the feeling of snow. Snow is so great. I love the snow. It's like the way it crunches on your feet. It's like bliss. But there's lots of snow and ice in Greenland. There's lots and lots of it. Huge amounts of ice. Ice, baby. Hello, Philip. Nice to meet you. How you doing tonight? Hope you're well tonight, people. Not do much about negative versus positive, rather aligning your thoughts and self-talk with your wish fulfilled. Okay, got you. Gaming Legend says lots of snow in Bristol too. Really? Bristol? I didn't think they would have any. Why has it been snowing there? We've not had any here. What's it? Really? It's Bristol. Who are? They talk like that, don't they? It's like near Somerset, and they talk like farmers. Hi, spiritual monk. Not a bad impression. Are you on about the which impression? I was doing an impression of Hamza. Hello, Oxvoid Council. How you doing? Hope you're well. It's really hot in Australia at the moment, I bet. Oh, Trump. Yeah, it's a great impression. It's tremendous. I love it. It's so wonderful. Thank you for the 27 likes, everybody. That's so great. You look like that doctor. Okay, here we go again with all the this. We can't have that in here. Come on, guys. Margarita says draining the water is what's happening. And then what's that mean? Drain. We're draining the swamp. We're gonna drain the swamp. Hello, Eunice. How you doing? Happiness every day with me says, can you do a Yorkshire accent or Scouse? Well, I'm originally from Lancashire, but I live in York now. But it's like, York, it's like, so I'm gonna go for 5 peas into gravy. So yeah, I'm bloody starving. I'll just like, yeah, go for 5 peas into gravy. Yeah, so I'm from Barnsley. We talk like that, and 9 out of 10. What? Lancashire. That's a Lancashire accent, that, and isn't it? Oh, has a pork pie. Tastes real good. This pork pie, doesn't it? Yeah, nice bit of pork pie, that. Yeah. Yeah, we like a bit of pork pie, don't we? Oh, Noah's from North Wales. So what? How do you talk there? Some people from North Wales apparently talk a bit Scouse. Hey, Zelensky, I don't like Zelensky. Zelensky is the opposition to Putin. I love Putin. Putin's great. He's a very, very handsome guy. I mean, yeah. You're speaking differently today. What's happening? Because I'm doing a Trump impression. I've been doing a few impressions. That's why sometimes I change my voice. And yeah. Does anyone actually here know Hamza, the YouTuber Hamza? I mean, he's not really that relevant anymore. But anyway, but it's like the way he talks. It's like this. Hamza. Yeah, he doesn't really get as many views these days. Like, he used to get like several 100,000 per video, pretty much. But anyway, yeah, is everyone all right tonight then? Hope you've all had a good day. Nice to meet you all. Keep the chat flowing. What time we're on? 23:34. Well, anyway. So what are you all up to tomorrow then? And what are your plans for the weekend there? So yeah, we're talking a lot about religion and blah, blah, blah. We're talking about, but, I said, just, again, what is the best argument you have for, the God of, an Abrahamic God? Tomorrow you'll be gambling. Oh, yeah. Okay, well, good luck with that, I suppose. But, yeah. As long as you're not like addicted to it, but okay. Because I'm happy, that's like, cause I'm happy, clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Clap along if know what happiness is to you. Hello, Canaro, how you doing? Okay, what are you saying, Silasu? Sorry, what are you saying? Hang on, I must have missed it. You should read the red book really good. What's the red book? Yeah. Hi, Ghost Samurai. People are addicted to Jesus and don't get anything in return. That's lame. I don't know. Well, they feel like they get like some kind of, I don't know, like they pray to God and then they feel like they've got something from that or something. I don't know. But how's it going? Yeah, right, Ghost. Everlasting life, my friend. Well, but that is all kind of. Hi, Mac McLaren, man. Welcome back. Hope you're well tonight. But then, how do you know that you get everlasting life? I don't know. Hello, Squidhead. How you doing tonight? Hope you're well. Nice to meet you. Hit that like button, everybody. So, yeah. Greetings from Afghanistan. Hello, Ahmad Khan. Hamza Ahmed. It cancels misery out, probably. I guess if it gives them a sense of, like, you know, hello, Faik Hussein. How you doing tonight? Hope you're well. Thank you for the 31 likes. Stargazer says, because consciousness is eternal. Right. So what do you think happens after the death of your body? Do you think that it goes somewhere else? What's this? Noah says, are you for right? No. Hello, Madeline. No, I'm not one of those kind of people. I think it's a bit extreme, to be honest. Yeah. Like I don't label myself on the political spectrum anyway. Just I don't yeah. Resurrected. Well, I don't necessarily, but it's called having faith, and that's better than the latter. Okay. Ryan Campbell says, "Ta be fear." What do you mean? Error 911 Rose. How's it going? You sound like. Oh really? No. What you on about? It's Gaelic. I'm sure. What's Gaelic? That's Irish, isn't it? Gaelic. Yeah. What type of bread is Irish person's favorite? Gaelic bread. That's terrible, isn't it? Scottish and Irish. Okay. Faith by definition is to believe without proof, which I personally don't. So, because I'm not stupid. Well, yeah, it's just, I would say believing without evidence is like delusion. You at least have to have, in my opinion, you at least have to have some evidence that suggests that, what you believe is true, rather than it just be a wishful thinking. That's my opinion, but yeah. Having faith is living in peace, right? I'm sneaking my phone. It is 2:33 a.m. Where are you from, broke? Yeah. You're broke. You're poor. You ain't got a Bugatti, then you're poor. You're a beta. I work 25 hours a day, 8 days a week. If you ain't working that hard, then you're a beta. Real men work. God put you on this earth to work all the time. Hi, Street Kings Media. Here we go again. What is it with these comments? Stargazer says faith is not wishful, is it? I mean, it depends, doesn't it? If you have faith in something that there's no evidence of, then it's just like, believing in the delusion then, in my opinion. But like again, everyone's entitled to their own thoughts on it and stuff. But it's like I need to have evidence of what I believe. That's just how I see it anyway. What's evidence though? What evidence have you got for what you believe? Because if it's belief, then you should say it's a knowing. A belief is something that you don't know, right? Faith is wishful FR. Brock says bye, got to sleep. Okay, see you later. If you're new here, please subscribe. Hello, the E-Link. How you doing? Yes, what, sorry? I'm from the UK. Where are you from? What experiences led you to have faith, would you say? Anyway. Ben Barry says the thing with Andrew Tate is there's so many lost men, his rubbish resonates with him. I get what you're saying, because there is a lot of men that are kind of just, like you said, a lot of lost, kind of disenfranchised men nowadays, a little poorly. So I understand why he resonates, and he does have a few good points, but the thing is, he also sprinkles in a lot of bullshit, like toxic hustle culture, and then talking about when to have multiple wives and shit like that, which I don't think is a good message to be putting out to young people. So yeah, the manifested wish. What's that? I mean, I would try to have wishful thinking and just kind of have it appear and just do it as an experiment and just see, okay, if I keep on trying to believe that I'm going to hit 1 million subscribers, for example, then I'm going to do that if I just believe in myself enough, and I just believed in, not just in myself, but in the universe or whatever. I don't know. Let's see, let's see if it happens, right? Let's see if the wish can be fulfilled, because if I believe in it enough, then it's going to happen, right? Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't understand why he would need to do all that stuff. If the stuff is true about the, like the trafficking and all that, and you think, well, why would someone was saying, like, why would somebody with that much, like success even feel the need to do that? I don't know. But I guess some people just get off on, like, I don't know. It's just crazy. But I don't know. Lucy Burgess, how you doing? I hope you're well. Imagine, like what you're saying, imagine a ladder. Each might think of walking under a ladder, then see what happens. Start small. I guess that's the thing of, like, kind of, yeah, starting off with like small. I remember someone was saying this about starting off with small manifestations, but yeah, to kind of like get you kind of, sort of to believe in it more, to have more faith in it, I suppose. Starting off with just small, realistic kind of goals, I suppose. Stuff that doesn't seem too far off. Like for me, for example, I want to get to like 10 full pull-ups by the end of the year. I definitely think I can do it. It's just like, I have to just kind of, the thing is, you have to still put the work in. This is the thing with manifestation, is what I've seen, is that some people just believe that you can just think things into reality. It doesn't work like that. You still have to put the work in, because otherwise, why would you even have a body? Why would you need to move your body? If you could just make things happen, then we wouldn't even have arms and legs and whatever. We would just be, if we could just make everything come to us, Damn, you have such a bold personality, whether it's your looks, accent, or your deep voice. It's amazing, mate. Oh, thank you. Did you not see that awful video of him? What are you on about? Are you on about Tate or something? I don't know. I saw something, but then the woman was claiming it was consensual or something. But maybe she was told to say that. I don't know. It's just was that on Big Brother or something? I mean, I remember there was something controversial happened on Big Brother when he was on there. Hello, Javid. I've heard of Ken Dodd. Are you a bit socially awkward? I can be at times, Jim, but it depends on the environment I'm in. Oh yeah, Ronnie Coleman. Yeah, buddy! Lightweight, baby! Ronnie Coleman, eh? Ronnie Barker. Oh yeah, Two Ronnies. Has anyone ever watched Two Ronnies? Yeah, Two Ronnies is a good sketch show. You should check out all your Ronnie Pickering. Oh God, I can't remember if I've seen that meme or not, but I've heard a lot of people talk about it. Ronnie Pickering. Funny thing is, there was actually a guy, like a staff at school called Ronald Pickering. Believe it or not. Hello, Lorato. How you doing? Nice to meet you. I hope you are tonight. If you are new here, please subscribe to the channel. Got 32 likes. Hit that like button, please. Hi, Patrick. How you doing? A Swiss accent. I can't do that. I'd have to look at, say, Roger Federer, I guess, because he's Swiss, right? Do you know who I am? I don't know who you are. Who are you? And Porridge. Oh, yeah, Porridge. I've never really seen Porridge, hardly. Or Ronnie Pickering. Hello, Bropez. Dora the Explorer. Oh, no. I remember, like, saw that a few times when I was a kid or something, but... Oh, Ronnie Pickering. Oh, yeah. Anyways, everyone all right tonight? Got 23 in here. Share this out if you can. That would be really appreciated. Yeah. Yeah, Dora the Explorer. Yeah. What's up, everybody? 34 likes. Come on, let's get to 50 likes real quick. So, what shall we talk about then? I don't know. Anyone got any topics you want to bring up or anything? Oh, really, Dora? What, she come back into, like, relevance or something? I don't know. Yeah. Well, all right, everybody. Maybe I could do a card trick or something. I don't know. We're from UK. Yeah, I'm in York in the UK. Have you heard of a place in the UK called York? Hello, Archie. What about it? 50 likes, send off to bed now. I'm going to stay on for a while. Happy Panda. We'll see how far we can go with it. Maybe 100 likes. I don't know. Maybe not 100 likes, but who knows? Let's set our sights high, you know? Let's manifest it. Manifest 100 likes, you know? Can we put this to the test tonight? 100 likes. Come on. Yeah. I love York because the history is good in York, isn't it? Yeah. Have you been around the city walls? Yeah, it's a good walk around the city walls. Do it 100. Yeah, let's have that, you know. Weed is what you're saying. What do you mean? What you're saying? Yeah, we're all right, everybody. Yes, to forgive, to see the best in them, revise, reimagine them to align with your highest ideal, the pruning shoes of revision. Okay. What you're saying, Kana Bossum. What's that? Noah says amen. What do you mean? We're back down to 35. I thought you said 36. Anyway, whatever. Wildcat's Life says, I love the feeling of the sand. You can do scrap. You can do craft. You can do anything. Oh yeah, build sandcastles. Yeah, we can build sandcastles. It's such a great thing. Is sand. I'm doing great. Too fast, too track. So tremendous. Yeah. Come on, guys, like the live if you haven't already. Yeah, welcome in, people. Nice to have you all here tonight. Yeah. Hi, Lorato. Yes, it is winter. We're in the middle of winter right now, so it's a bit miserable, but it is. Hello, Patrick Moran. There in the woods. What are you talking about? Are you from Ireland? Top of the morning to you. Hello, Grant. Why should I like the live consummate me? I don't know. You don't want to help me out here? You don't want to help, like the live and show any support then? Hello, Ted Zedits. How you doing? Hope you are tonight. Thank you for joining me. Yeah, where is everybody from? Yeah. What the actual fudge is that, Trump? That is Donald J. Trump. It's so tremendous. No, I've never watched The Walking Dead, no. Grant says there I like to, mate. No, and about you, Day. Okay, what you mean? Okay, well, thank you then. So, yeah. How you doing, everybody? Hi, user is chill. What do you think of the PM? I don't like it, I think they're all corrupt, to be honest, but yeah. I don't know. To get Keir Starmer's just like, yeah. He's not for the working class, is he? I mean, come on. They're just another Tory, isn't he, really? They're all just the same, It's basically Tory, all but in name, Got you? No, I haven't got my digital ID. Fuck that shit. I haven't dropped that whole digital ID now. Anyway, practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfect. Yeah, yeah. Well, some might say there's no such thing as perfect, and there's always room for improvement. What do you guys think about that? Hello, Wahid. Wahida. I'm from the UK. Where are you from? I don't know. I just do that. It's just a habit thing. There's a water gone right down the wrong way, so. Um, I'm in York. I live in York. No, I don't live in a state. I live in York, England. Not true. I'm perfect. Okay, that's in your opinion. Some might say that we're all perfectly imperfect or something. Whatever the hell. Anyway, hello, Josem Han, the original York. Yeah, the original and the best one. Yorkshire puddings. What DJ? You think what you mean? I don't wanna rock, DJ. Keeping me up all night. When's it gonna stop, DJ? Yeah, that one. I don't know. Please speak in Urdu. I don't know Urdu. No, I'm not in London. I'm in York. Are you guys listening? Yorkshire puddings. Oh yeah, not a fan of Yorkshire puddings really. But we're a manifestation of our own demise. Right. Okay. Okay. See you later, Noah. Yeah. Take care. Have a good one. Thank you for stopping by. Right. Hello, gaming legends. Yeah. Users Chill says, do you like house music like Old Brits? I like some of the songs, like like the 90s house and maybe some French house as well. I like the song the what's it called? Superman Lovers. Oh yeah, Robbie Williams. Oh yeah. Yeah. It was rock DJ. Oh, Doors. Do you mean like the Doors? The band called the Doors. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, Doors are good, aren't they? Yeah. 3 lions on the shirt. Oh, has anyone seen a film called 4 Lions before? If not, it's like I recommend. It's quite funny. Yeah, 4 Lions. Rubber Dinghy Rapids, bro. Still believe I'm dreaming. Oh dear. What do you mean? Some people say that what if our dreams are reality and what if this is a dream? How about that, eh? Or what if both of them are dreams? Or what if both of them are real? Who knows? This is what the hell the rabbit hole goes with, like, what even is reality, you know? Like, what the fuck even is this shit, you know? Because when you're dreaming, it can feel so real, can't it? Like, so then you can question, like, well, how do I know even if this is real? Because if I can go into a dream and it feels real, then how do I know that this isn't just some kind of dream that I've not woken up from? How about that, you know? It's an absolute mindfuck, but yeah. Very funny movie, what's that? Hello, Lucas. Reality is your taxes, bro. So, got to pay them right now. What do you mean? Can you write the name of your city, please? Because you say it so fast. I said York. York. Yes. Okay, Hugh. Here we go. Oh yeah, Inception. I've heard of it. I've heard about the concept of it and the dream within a dream thing and all that. But yeah, it's like background processes during the night. Freud's ideas are interesting. You know about Sigmund Freud? I remember there was that thing called Freudian slip when somebody reveals what they're thinking subconsciously by accident or something. Yeah. Astral projection, I can prove that's real if you want. Really? Okay. I mean, I want to believe that sort of stuff, but it's I've tried doing it. What the way that I experience it is like, I don't know. I've been in times where it kind of felt like astral projection, but it was just me thought projecting into some. I was projected into some kind of thought, so I wasn't actually leaving this reality. It was just deep into some thought to a point where I had no like awareness of the body here. It was like, and then there would be like this jolt back into the body kind of thing. But I don't think it was astral projection or anything. Um, Stargazer says that's what Neville says. He, God within, is dreaming out. Oh, really? Well, I don't know. Who knows, really? You know, what's the psychopath? York City, York City, not New York City. Huh. I wouldn't scare you like that, to be fair, lol. If you want an easy way, look at Gateway Project. What's Gateway Project? I don't know, but who's this? What are you talking about, Patrick? Stargazer says sounds like it. Right. Sounds like. What, sorry, I'm getting kind of. Freud and Jung are the basis of modern psychology, which gets more and more scientific. The more research gets funded. Right. Okay. So what exactly is what would be the main takeaways from that? Would you say from the research, Freud and Jung, Gov files, find it on Google. Okay, or astral projection. Okay, so I don't feel it didn't feel like I was actually leaving my body. I don't. It kind of felt like I was leaving my body, kind of, but it could just be that your body kind of goes to sleep and then you're deep into your thought. So you've got like a little bit of consciousness there that's like into that deep into that thought. And I don't know. To me, there could be a rational way of explaining it, is what I'm saying. I don't necessarily have to invoke that you're actually leaving this reality into something else. But then again, what even is reality? If we're all just dreaming, life is but a dream, then you could argue that that reality is just as real as this one. Yeah, but it felt like a jolt, but they call it the hypnagogic jolt. Isn't there an explanation for that? It's called the hypnagogic jolt or something. What you on about? Tesco socks. So this is what hypnagogic jerk or jolt or whatever they call it. A sudden involuntary muscle contraction, twitch, or jolt that happens as you're drifting from wakefulness into sleep, often feeling like a fall, a kick, or a startling sensation, sometimes with lights or sounds, also known as a sleep start. It's a normal physiological phenomenon common in most people, often triggered by stress, caffeine, intense exercise, or sleep deprivation, and usually harmless, like can disrupt sleep. So, yeah, human is Delulu in general. What you mean? Freud sees how our repressed desires manifest into our conscious thought patterns, and Jung how our evil intentions are simply the result of our internal freedom. Okay, that's interesting. You leave your body when you go to sleep. So why don't we experience? I know they say that we have dreams, but we're not dreaming all night, though, are we? So what happens in those times where we're not dreaming, where we seem to be like unconscious? Because some people would say that that's what happens when we die. Our consciousness switches off, and that's just what happens. Lights out, kind of thing, and nothing happens. So what would you say about that then? I just see your city. It's very nice. I will come there maybe after April, so that's good. So you can show me around when I will be there. I will keep in touch and I will let you know later. Okay, cool. Let me know. Hit that like button, everybody. Thank you. Yeah. So you're saying you leave your body when. So you say you leave your body when you know well appear to astral project, but I don't know. Hi, Anthony Hewson. How you doing? Logical says, I mean, human find it easy to believe in delusions because truth requires work, doubt, and fear. Right. What do you think would win, Stephen Hawking or Mike Tyson? Well, what do you mean? Win in what context? Hello, Felipe. How you doing? Z says, if you can hold, how long should I hold my breath for? Let's see how long I can hold it. We'll just go on to the minute mark and let's see. Just nearly up to the minute mark. Let's see how long I can hold my breath. Alright, 40 seconds. Ah, fucking hell. Is it? I watched this saying you're doing it wrong. Release the air from your lungs, then hold. Okay. Well, I still got like a good amount of time for that, though, I suppose. The astral body channels high frequency energy, charges up the physical body through the silver cord during sleep. Oh, really? I've heard about that silver cord. I mean, I don't know what is it's saying. It's an invisible silver cord. It doesn't. There's not a literal silver cord or something. It's just like a some invisible energy or something. I don't know, but um, what is this conversation? It's just talking about someone who believes in like astral projection and like things like manifestation and stuff like that. So I'm just trying to like understand like um yeah, I think easy. So etheric, yeah, ethereal. Hi Edmund, how you doing tonight? Hope you're well. Welcome in here. I think I got up to like the minute mark once, but yeah, I'd have to try and like use the proper technique or something. Yeah, the problem is I exhaled before like yeah doing it and all that, so was a bit stupid really, but good topic. Okay, Mick Lloyd, good to see you again. How is the weather there? It has been raining and stuff. I don't know if it's still raining, but hello, Inteller YT. Why are you saying that? Why does it look like I'm from 2006? What do you mean? Hope everyone's well tonight. Hit that like button. Let's get 50 likes real quick. But yeah, it's just it's like I want to believe that there's more to this life, really, but because sometimes it can feel like you start thinking to yourself, there's got to be more to this life, surely, is this all there is to this life? Yeah, I've heard of David Goggins. Yeah, hello, Ibrahim. So, what do you think? Motive? Do you think maybe he's going a bit too far with some of his stuff on like the message that he's putting out because he's influencing people, and it's like is this whole kind of like this whole idea of like pain is weakness leaving the body. It's like, well, if you're actually in pain, that might be a sign. Now, it's okay to have some discomfort, but like if you're literally in pain, I think that's a sign to stop, personally. But who's joined the cult? I haven't. Hello, Binti. Actually, you could say some of the conspiracy stuff you could say is kind of cultish, and I've kind of learned that a lot of that stuff is not to be trusted, and yeah, so I guess you could say. Ben Berry says Goggins is a moron. I don't necessarily think he's a moron. I think he does have some good stuff, but I think it's just he just gets too kind of like I don't know. Like the thing is, it's like yeah, he can deal with a lot of pain and whatever, but it's like not everybody has that. Hello, Binti, how you doing? Make a cult. I don't know what would the cult be. Hello, crafty mama of 5. Wouldn't it be great if we mastered manifestation, even if it's only for the purpose of that positive mindset? Sucks feeling hopeless. Yeah, that's the thing. It's just, yes, not. It's just, yeah, just the whole feeling of hopelessness. Even if you just do it just to feel more positive, you know. Even if nothing ever happens, we all sub. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, everyone sub if you haven't already. What's your name anyway? Crafty Mara 5. Yeah, I would love to like manifest and just kind of make whatever I want happen. Some people believe in like how there's different universes and we can just this is the law of assumption what they were saying that with the quantum physics that you can just switch into a different timeline. I don't know. To me that just sounds like some fake science. I don't know. That's my rational brain that's kind of the rational brain would kind of not want to believe that sort of stuff, if you know what I mean, because it's like it doesn't sound very scientific. It sounds more like conjecture, if anything. Stranger Things shirt. Oh no, actually, I've got a shirt somewhere. It's on my spread shirt or something. It's like a merch. It's got a bunch of merch. So if anyone wants to buy it, I might put a link to it if anyone's interested. But I'll see if I can find it. But I did make a make merch on it or something. cults never end well. Yeah, true. Some might say like was like the hippie thing was. Would you say that was like a cult? Some might say it started off well, but then it just got kind of bastardized. They got bastardized or something. This whole, yeah, oh, really, kind of yeah. That it's just I don't know. Old Jonestown Catholic cult is doing fine. Well, I suppose it's you could argue that it's a cult. Well, what's the difference between a cult and a religion? Do you know that, guys? Yeah. What do you think about Islam? I'm just not a fan of really any religion personally. Right. So let's me find this thing then. So yeah. So designs. Let's have a look. This one's yeah. So this is about a positive message. So let me just go and send it. If anyone wants to buy it, I'll just put the link to it. Let me just. How do I? Where's the link for it? Let me see. I need to find a link for it. Hello, Perry. How you doing? I hope you're purple burglar alarm. So I'm gonna get some peanut butter on toast on the go and go to bed. Okay, no worries. You take care, Gaming Legends. Hope to see you again soon. What you're saying, filled post? How you doing? So like, yeah. So is Stargazer still there? Yeah. How you doing tonight, everybody? What is going on there? Right. So let me just try and find the link to buy this thing. I don't know if like you could either buy one for you or maybe you could buy me one, but it's up to you guys. But yeah, where is it? How do I find the where's the link to sell it? I can't remember what it is. Let me just find that. I'm not sure how I would do that really, but I need to find it. What's that? I don't want sand. Why is that then? Yahtzee. Hope you're doing well tonight. So yeah, Stargazer is still there. Hello, RRHHXK. Oh, here we go. Right. So how do I go to sales? Hang on a second. So how do I share the link to it or something to my yeah. So it's published. So then, does that mean I can like? So yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how did I actually do that? I'll give you like that was funny, man. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Okay. Make sure you subscribe if you're new here, everybody. That would be really appreciated. So the question is, how do I do that? How do I send it to people? Is there a link that I can let me find it, guys. Red shirt sale link. Because there's a whole bunch of different merch items that you can buy. So let me just see. T-shirts and designs, apparently. So let's just have a look. So there's a bunch of different things but I need to try and find it. I've had a lady before, yeah. Hope everyone's hello Sally, how you doing? Oh, thank you. Yeah, how do I do that then? Why is there no why have I not got a oh here we go. Yeah, this is the this is the merch page for it. So I've got some I've got the I'll have to just put the link to that, I guess, if I can somehow. How do I put the link to it though? Is there a link for that? Bear with me a second, guys. I'll just put it in the chat and let me know if you can if it actually works. I like eating it though. What's that? I don't know what's going on. My phone's not shaking now. What you're saying? It's great insight. You have 11 soul senses you see with your consciousness through the spiritual eyes, like how you can see things when you close your eyes. What are the other senses? And I know there's 5 senses, and what's the other ones? So let me just put this in the what is it, in the live chat. Let me know if you can if it actually works. Let me know if this link works. Hi Alex, welcome back. Test, see if this link works. Hello Agarai. Okay, thank you. Right, does this link work? Does it send you to the actual page? So you can buy t-shirts, you can buy, like, what do they call them? Like pump bags. Hello Shaky Baby. You can buy all sorts of different merch items. Yeah, so that's my link if you want to go, and I've like made a design on there. Yeah. So I've got a new one on there, but just anyway, know what, sorry? Does it not work? Where does that link send people to? I don't know. Just test, see if it works. But anyway. Yeah, so I've got designs on there and it should work, but anyway, is everyone all right tonight then? Hope you've had a great day. Hello, Guillermo, good to see you again. It don't work when I tap it. Oh, for fuck's sake. I don't know what to do. How do I find the link to it then that actually works to send to people if people want to? I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it's worked in the past, but I don't know. I don't know what to do really, guys. Oh God. Hello, Josh. Okay. No, that wouldn't be good, would it? I don't go to the pub. No, I don't go out really. No, I'm not really someone that likes doing that, to be honest. Probably have to add it to your profile. I don't know, maybe. I don't know how you do it. So this was, I think I tried using some other site, but this was the only one I could find that could actually work. Because some of it you had to go through some process to list your items and stuff, but I ended up settling on this one called Spreadshirt. I don't think it's as popular as some of the other ones, but so if I go to like my designs and stuff, and then yeah, hopefully it would work, but I don't know. Maybe I don't know really. I would have thought that it would send you guys to the actual page, but post it in the community tab. Let me just check and see that actually. That might be a good idea. But yeah. I've got some merch out if you want to buy some. Hang on, guys, bear with me. I don't know if it will work really, but because if it doesn't work in the chat, then why would it work there? Hello, Virgo, how you doing? Register your YouTube channel URL in your Amazon. I'm not doing Amazon Associates. That's not Amazon Associates. This is print on demand. That's totally different. So yeah. So I don't know like what's going on really, but let's test it. Let's see if it sends people. You'd have to test it now, but yeah, see if that link works. I might have to look into how to find a link that would actually work or something. Check out the community tab, but I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know anyway. Hi Virgo, how you doing? No worries, night. Okay. Yeah, I'm talking about Spreadshirt. It's something different. It's for selling merch basically. I thought I'd try and promote that now and see if anyone wants to buy any or something, but I don't know. If not, it's tough, I guess. Hello Graham Marsden, how you doing? Oh, here we go again. Mockler Misers, whatever. So let me know if you can click on that link. Let me just go see if I can go into, let me go to incognito. let me just do that real quick and then try. In fact, hang on, yeah, let me try. Where is it? Incognito window. Then I go and find my account and see if the link works while being signed out. So that's how I can find out. So I don't need you guys to actually do that. I can just go into that now and find my account real quick. Jamie Brown, and then we just go on there, hosts, and then I just click on that, see if it works. No, it's just asking me to sign in, so I don't know if it's because you need to sign in or something, but yeah, that's not gonna work. Yeah, I'll just have to like delete that from my page then, because that link isn't gonna work. So I'm gonna have to look into it, guys, and see if I can, yeah, share an actual working link somehow. Yeah, print on demand. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm just hello, love Newgrounds. What's that? I'm just gonna see if like it's all gonna be like positive stuff. Yeah, positive messages is what I'm trying to do, like positive quotes or things like that. I'm just trying to figure out how it is that I can actually send it out. I don't know why the link isn't working. I don't know, guys, because you guys probably haven't used the site, so it's hard to really kind of and it kind of stresses me out sometimes, this shit, but hopefully we'll figure it out soon. Okay, user, I can't be asked, so you just fuck off. God's sake. Right. Okay, just hang on a sec. Let's just hello Irfan, how are you doing? I hope you're well tonight. Welcome in. Let's just see. So marketing, is this the one? Social media marketing, Google, Meta, Pinterest, and TikTok. So does it not let me do it there? We've got Google marketing. Let me just try this real quick. Will this work if I put this in the link? Bear with me a second, guys. Let's try this. Fingers crossed. Why do I not sleep? Because, well, I will sleep later, you know? I've been going to bed later lately, so what's with all these questions, guys? Yeah, Stargazer, you still there? Hit that like button, everybody. Share the live out if you can. Right, try this link now. Hopefully this is going to work now. Try that one. Hello, the guy. Yeah, it's past midnight, so what? I don't care. So, where are you from, the guy? Welcome in. Anyway, thank you for the 44 likes. So let's try that one. Does that link work? Hopefully that one works, because that's my marketing thing or something. WT, do you do? What do you mean? WT, do you do? Like, what are you talking about, guys? What the hell? WT, you do. Yeah. I can't click on the link. Why? Is it not working? Oh, for fuck's sake. What is going on? I don't know. It's supposed to be a link to the thing, but for some reason not working. I don't know what is going on here, right? Maybe it only works on Google. It says Google Merchant Center. To promote your products on Google, you need to set up, okay, you need to set up the product feed. Okay, maybe it's not going to work then. Okay, I mean, I remember there was a TikTok link or something, but I'd have to see if I can find out how to promote Spreadshirt merch on YouTube. Yeah, promoting Spreadshirts involves integrating your store directly into the platform, leveraging in-video product placement, and utilizing YouTube's community-focused feature. Spreadshirt is an official partner with YouTube, allowing for... So how do I do that? What do I do then? YouTube Studio, earn, select shopping, connect store, and select spread shop. Hang on, spread shop. Hang on a second. YouTube Studio. Okay, here we go. YouTube Studio. Put your computer. Okay. Oh god. So what's that? It doesn't come up as hyperlink. Okay. Yeah, I don't think it's letting me do that. So it says. So I'm trying to figure this out, guys. So it says. What is it? So it says, go to it. go to earn. So let's go to earn. Yeah. If anyone's new here, please subscribe to the channel. What do you do? What you mean? What do you do? Okay. You have to be monetized on Yes, I am monetized, so it will let me do it, I believe. So we go to earn, then we go to, it says, then we go to, what is it? So we go to earn shopping. So we go to shopping. Where's shopping? Shopping, yeah. So go to shopping. Then we go to set up a shop on YouTube. So we set it up, and then we go to, it said, yeah, spread shop. Here we go, select. Then we go to, I agree to all above, accept. Hopefully we can get this sorted now. Let's get started. Okay, let's get this shit sorted out. Okay, enter your country in English. Why? Why is it having me go through all this bullshit? I don't know. What is going on here, eh? United Kingdom. Right, so what is going on here? Right, I need to just sort this out real quick. Is everybody okay? Tax reasons, probably, yeah. Yeah, that's everything's all fucking taxed, isn't it? I guess. Yeah. There's fucking greedy bastards in it that just want to. Okay, whatever, Graham. Okay. Okay, hang on a second. I need to do something different with the password then. Right, here we go. Let's get started. Hang on, it says it doesn't match. What's going on? All right, okay, here we go. There we go. Yes, yeah, tax, I know. Hello, I am Groot. Oh, here we go. Hello, the beefcake. What's going on here? Log into YouTube, and then we can just log into my account, and then we just go onto my account. Let's get this sorted. No, I'm not Australian, I'm English. Select all, and then we just continue, and then hopefully we can connect the shop. And then, oh, what's going on here? Oops, snaps, it doesn't work. What the fuck? What do you mean doesn't work? What is going on here? For fuck's sake. Yeah, this should work then, something. Let's try again then. What is going on? Why was it saying it wasn't working? Yeah, is everyone alright tonight then? Right, let's try again. Continue. It says it already has some access. What do you mean? I don't know what's going on here. Right, is this going to work then? Almost done. Your YouTube channel is now connected to Spreadshop. While your products are being submitted and checked by YouTube, you can whip your shop into shape and create more products for your subscribers. So hopefully it's going to be on the channel, and yeah. Hello, Virgo lady. So there should be a shop section or something that people can click on. Let me just go check it out and see. And yeah, let's see what. Okay, can we just stop with the nonsense, guys? Yeah. Right. Right, so that's done, hopefully. So go check out my channel, and I wish I can see a movie from anyone's point of view. It would be cool. Why? What do you mean? I'm going to take. Okay. See you later. See you later. Right, I should have store section now. Viewers in United Kingdom can't currently see your shop. This may be because your products aren't available or deliverable in this region, or your shop is empty. To manage your products and settings, go to, I don't know, maybe it's just going to take some time or something. I don't know what's going on, but can anybody see this shop? Nothing's up as of yet. Okay, maybe it's just going to take some time, I don't know. I'll have to find out what's going on with all that. I don't know, guys, but yeah, only time will tell, eh? Maybe it'll take a day or so, I don't know. But it is what it is, really. I thought you could have just like put a link to it or something, but YT said they need to check it, so I'd give it 24, 48 hours. Okay. Hello, Parotic. So it won't, so nothing will come up until then, right? Hi, Ronnie. How's it going? How are we doing tonight, everybody? Well, at least that's kind of in the right direction anyway. So, hello, Makey. Not really. I'll let you know if I see it. Okay. Okay, thank you. 47 likes, let's get 50 likes. Right, I don't know. It's just, I don't know, it's just all this bullshit, you know? It's just, it should be simpler, I don't know. Hello, Viola. Thank you. You too. Right, so just gotta wait and see, so it'll just come up with this message like, viewers in United Kingdom can't currently see your shop. So no one in America can see it either then. 49 likes, thank you, one more we need. So I don't know, but we'll see by tomorrow, day after, whatever. See if it actually, see if it comes up that there's a store that people can buy from. So yeah, I might restart in a minute, guys, because it seems to have dropped off. So I might come back on for a bit. But yeah, but yeah, how are we all doing tonight, everybody? So try and get 50 likes and then I'll restart it. Yeah, it seems to like kind of drop off after a while. Usually, I've noticed. But anyway, well, Virgo says, okay, are you tired? Are you? Or maybe get some sleep then. Don't look like my shorts got pushed out very much. Might be by tomorrow though. But Stargazer says disagree. When you close your eyes, when you close your physical eyes, you withdraw from the 3D. This practice sharpens the psychic senses by which you may perceive external stimuli and receive information. Okay. Hello, King. How you doing? So, Stargazer, have you heard of somebody called Rupert Sheldrake? I'm just wondering because he's like, well, it's a bit like Terence. There's also Terence McKenna as well, but it sounds like you might be into those kind of people. I'm guessing, because they talk about like more spiritual type of stuff and like psychic sort of things. I remember like Rupert Sheldrake was claiming that there was psychic abilities and stuff like that, but I don't know. But I don't know whether they're like to be trusted though, but it's just one of those things that, but yeah, there was this thing called 10 Dogmas of Science, which was something that was a banned TEDx talk or something. So yeah, just if you type on YouTube 10 Dogmas of Science, and I'm not saying that what he's saying is right, but it's just maybe something to look into. So these are 10 Dogmas of Science, so that this is the one. Everything is mechanical, matter is unconscious, laws of nature are fixed, total amount of matter/energy is constant, nature is purposeless, biological inheritance is material, memories are stored materially, mind is in the brain, psychic phenomena are illusory, and mechanistic medicine is best. So this is like, 10 Dogmas of Science it's called. So yeah, that sounds like stuff that you'd probably kind of, I guess you might resonate with that, I don't know. But I thought I'd just mention that because of, yeah, you seem to be more into like the kind of, I guess, more esoteric type of stuff, I used to call it. I don't know. Esoteric knowledge or whatever you want to call it. Hello, Albin. How you doing tonight? I hope you're well. So hopefully that merch store will get put up there because, yeah, it'd be good to, like, be able to, like, yeah. I don't know if there's another way to promote it. Let's just go and see. where do I do marketing, and then go to, I mean, you can put it on social media, apparently. What would you like to share product? So if I share this, let's say, so I could share a particular product, for example, like a t-shirt or something, different colors. And then I could just, like, for example, let's go with this one. And then we go with that. And it's, yeah, so I think you can share individual products there, but okay. Yeah. We're not even discussing science here, but this is just common sense. What's common sense? Sorry. I don't know. I try to keep an open mind with things, and because a lot of us just like assume certain things about reality, like we assume this is real, and we assume that dreams are fake. But it's like, well, how do we know this is real then? Because if dreams can seem so real, then who's to say this is? A microscope, boy. What do you mean? So who's to say this is even real then, eh? If our dreams seem so real, we don't, unless you have a lucid dream, in that case you like become aware that it's not real. Hello, I'm mad. You're doing all right then? Hope everyone's well tonight. If they can seem so real, then who's to say that, that this is real, whatever. I told you, Jamie, we are in a simulation. Well, that's what I mean. But I don't necessarily think of it as like a computer simulation. Maybe it's more like an organic simulation, if you know what I mean. Like it's more just a dream, if you think of it like collective consciousness brought it into reality. I don't know what you think, guys. Is it this thing about collective consciousness bringing it into fruition or something? I don't know. This is an echo of what was previously imagined. What you're saying, like somebody imagines, people imagine things, and then it just comes into a sort of collective consciousness or something. But then why did some people have a different version of reality? They don't conform to that version of reality, where it's like, if somebody believes in some delusion, for example, then yeah. But you could say if there's a consensus reality, then that is what they call like the objective reality. You could say that this, for example, the sky is blue, but then each person's subjective experience of what blue is might be different. This is the thing, right? Hello, Barry. How do I know that my version of blue is the same version that yours is? That you experience it the exact same way? How do I know that? We just don't know, do we? We're just assuming things then, aren't we? What does it look like, Lenny? I'd love to stay. Okay, take care, Alex. Have a good one. So how do I know that? How do I know if, you know what I mean? There's just so many things that we just assume that. I mean, it's like, even say, like, there was that dress that, like, they couldn't even agree on what color it was, but how do we know if our version of these colors are the same? Like, we give a color a label, but our subjective experience of it might be completely different. We don't know. If we see the same blue, this is the thing. This is the whole thing of qualia and all that. So this is I was talking about qualia, about the subjective experience of reality that says about a quality or property as perceived or experienced by a person. In a different world, I could have the qualia of red when looking at the sky, but would continue to label it as blue. You see what I mean there? It's like, that's the thing of qualia, and yeah. Anyway, yeah, is everybody okay? Sounds like the Matrix. If you buy the Real World University, you can break free from the Matrix. I'm Morpheus and you're Neo. I don't practice voodoo, no. Hi, Barry. I'm Barry Scott. What I know is that some people called, what's this, daltonic, do see different shifts in colors. So their blue might be our pink. Right. Hmm. But it's like, how would we know, like, how each person perceives it? Like, we just don't know. We just kind of take it for granted that, yeah, but it's just the blue is just the thing that we've just objectively labeled it as, you know? Hello, Heaven and Thumper, how you doing? Yeah, some people are colorblind, but I'm talking about that what we see as blue might be different. Even like we all label it the same, but they might experience it a different way. They might see it completely different. There might be a whole different color system than like what you can even imagine. Other people might experience a totally different set of colors, but they just label them the same. Yeah, I had to change my YouTube picture. Oh, how come? The point I'm making it is you have sight beyond the spectrum of what the physical eyes can see. Like dogs can hear a broader spectrum of frequencies than humans. Yeah, that's it. You know, it's like we can only, is it something like 5% of the visible light spectrum or something like that, if I remember? Because most of it's either, as you've got like infrared, ultraviolet, okay, take care, and Kino. All these like, different spectrums, and we only see a very narrow band of that, So it could be a whole bunch of different colors that we cannot even conceive of. What I'm saying is that each person might have their own different way of experiencing those colors. Even the ones that we can see, let alone the ones that we can't see. How would we know? We can't get inside somebody's brain, can we? Like you couldn't explain to someone born blind what blue is like. It's just such a subjective experience that you can't describe. That's true. I can say something is blue, but someone else will say it's not blue. What I'm talking about, they all agree it's blue, but the subjective experience could be different, is what I'm saying. Who knows? We're just kind of like, we'll never know. Like, you're just kind of like, we just kind of take it on faith that it's just the same, I guess, but we don't know. The Earth is a projection from the moon. Really? I mean, there's people that believe in some really crazy things. Like some people, I think, said that the moon is a reflection of the sun or something. It is a bit strange how the moon appears to be about the same size as the sun, though, doesn't it? They say that the sun just happens to be about 400 times bigger and 400 times further away. Oh, Prince, that's why they look about the same size, but is that really, what is going on? I mean, is there something else going on that we're, what are these things? I'm not saying that I don't believe that the moon is a rock or whatever, and because I've been down all kinds of rabbit holes before, but hello, Tug Speedman. How you doing tonight? How's everybody doing? Welcome in here. If you're new here, please subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate if you can do that. And we're on 55 likes. Hello, Daisy May. Good to see you. Not on tonight. Moon is a dead star. You think so? All right. Anyway, thank you for the likes. Nice one, guys. Yeah. Hello, if you know, you know. Bottle of water. Hello, Sinclair. How you doing? Daisy May, I'm not too bad, thank you. How you doing? I tried to set up this page to put my merch on, but I'm just waiting for that. Have you ever tried doing merch, Daisy May? Because that might be something to make a bit of money and get, for a way to kind of for your supporters to support you. So I don't know. Anyway, especially when it has rained. Okay. What's that? It's like, did they land on the moon or was it fake? We don't know. I was having this discussion the other day. I was talking about why haven't they been back to the moon? Some people would say, well, it's just that they have no reason to go back. So what would you say to that? I mean, you could say, well, it costs so much to go, it's not worth it. They'd rather wait until they can get to Mars or something like that. I don't know. So I could play devil's advocate and say that's just the reason why they haven't been back. But the other reason is that they're not going back because they'd have to go with like, full HD definition. And if if they'd have to fake it, then it's a lot more likely that people will pick holes in it and expose it. I don't know. What do you guys think? It wouldn't be worth them going just to get exposed if that's the case. I don't know. Because some people say that there is this Van Allen radiation belt that they can't penetrate, and maybe they cut corners to try and pretend to go there as a way to win the space race or something. I don't know. What do you guys think then? The dimensions. What about dimensions? I don't know. I mean, thank you for subscribing, guys, and liking. Yeah, got 56 likes, guys. Cool. Yeah, nice one, everybody. Sayabonga says, find Jesus. The Bible is very intriguing, for it heals you inside out. Okay, thank you. Somebody told that the first dog named Laika on space was a he. Oh, really? I didn't know that. When the astronauts came back, they wasn't celebrating. Check out their news conference. I remember someone was saying that was taken out of context or something. Because, that when they looked like they were kind of shitting themselves, but apparently that was a clip taken out of context or something. So you'd have to watch the whole thing. But someone took a little snippet of it where they looked like they were shitting themselves. But, yeah, when the astronauts came back, I read that one. I heard NASA is going to return to the moon soon. Either way, why lie about it? What do they win? It might have just been to do with the space race and all that, and they've seen something there. So, what you say? Like, I mean, do you think some people say that they did go, but they faked the footage? What do you think about that theory as well? Some people say that, like a secret space program went or something, and the footage that they had were fake, and that they know more about it, and there's some secrets and stuff, and we haven't seen all of the moon, we just see one side of it, at least about 57% of it. I don't think it's flat. I mean, there's evidence that it is a globe, so I'm not one of these people. I mean, I've been down that rabbit hole, and there's too many holes in it, is what I'd say. Yeah, I don't know, there's too many holes in the flat earth theory. So I've been down that rabbit hole, and yeah, I end up saying well, why is there a sunset on a flat earth, and why is it, there's a lot of questions I would have for flat earthers that they cannot answer. Why does the moon appear upside down in Australia? These are all consistent with what would have happened on a sphere. But you know what flat earthers say? Oh, well, you can't use the celestial bodies as a way to determine the shape of the earth. But it's but why does it correspond with exactly what would happen on a sphere? Flat earthers can't find a way to make that work. They just come up with some really weird theories that don't actually work. They'll say that the sun is a spotlight and the moon's a spotlight or whatever. But if that's the case, then if you're seeing the moon from the opposite side, you would actually see it squished. It wouldn't appear as a, So yeah, it's just why doesn't it rotate? Why would it? If it's gravitationally pulled to the Earth, then it's going to basically stay kind of at the same side of it showing. Snow globe, okay. So yeah, that's just the reason that I would kind of give anyway. But yeah, I have no desire to argue. I'm saying I respect your view is subjective to your experience. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying I have a different experience. Yeah, that's it. Everyone's got their own perspectives on it. But yeah, I'm gonna restart the live, guys. I will be back in a minute. I'll see you all then.